So Ford finally admits that the Mustang Mach-E is not a real Mustang. Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So back in 2019 or 2020 when Ford announced that they were going to make an all-electric SUV that's going to be called Mustang Mach-E, we were all kind of taken aback as being Mustang enthusiasts, and we did not like where it was going. Of course, Ford has this reasoning because Mustang brand is so powerful, and in order to compete with the electric cars, especially the Tesla, you needed a strong brand image, and what better brand image that you could portray than with a Mustang? Ford decided to call its new SUV, all-electric SUV, Mustang Mach-E, and most of us were like, this is not a real Mustang, but Ford insisted that this is indeed a real Mustang, and in a lot of Facebook groups, all the advertisement you would see from Ford would have Mustang, like the coupe or the convertible, next to the SUV all-electric Mach-E, really trying to say that this is a real Mustang. That had been going on for years and years. And honestly, I can see why Ford did that, because in order to compete with the likes of Tesla, it just has such a strong brand image where everyone knows about Tesla. I feel like if we had a Ford Edge SUV that was electric, or Ford Escape EV, it would take time because it would be just another EV from Ford, whereas Mustang SUV or Mustang EV indeed is a big deal, and it's a Mustang that's an EV. So a lot of people bought into the brand, people who always maybe wanted a coupe or a convertible but could not get it. That was their prime opportunity to be part of that whole Mustang brand. So even though as Mustang enthusiasts we disagreed with Ford that this was not a real Mustang, the Mustang Mach-E, don't try so hard. Apparently, Ford just came out and said that we will never make an all-electric Mustang. But if the Mustang Mach-E is indeed a Mustang, then you do have an all-electric Mustang. Or you're saying that is not a real Mustang and you don't consider it. So, to me, it was just very interesting that Ford kind of backtracked in terms of what they had originally said, where they were really pushing hard on this whole Mustang Mach-E being part of the Mustang portfolio, but then now they're coming around to saying that this is not really a Mustang. And it's just nothing but a EV SUV that allows Ford to compete into this competitive EV environment because of all the regulations. Every manufacturer kind of has to move over there. Even Dodge is doing that with their EV Daytona coming out, the 4-door and the 2-door versions. So it's going to be exciting what Ford does with the Mustang itself. I'm talking about the coupe and the convertible, because my original thought was that because Ford said that Mach-E is a Mustang, it was kind of letting the buyer sink in that, that the Mustang could be an EV. In this form, it's an SUV. Will get you warmed up, and eventually we're going to get you an EV Mustang that's going to be full electric. Of course, it's going to have insane power, but it will get very heavy. And as car enthusiasts, we love power, but we don't like heavy cars, so that wouldn't really go well with the whole performance aspect of the Mustang. So I'm curious to see what Ford is going to do with this Mustang. I feel the S650 Mustang generation was a little bit rushed in terms of just getting something out, because this whole EV push wasn't there when we were towards the tail end of the S550 Mustang generation, but it started being a heavy push eventually. And of course, Ford didn't want to spend all that R&D into an S650 Mustang. So really, myself included, and most of you guys probably agree that it is more of an updated refresh, so to speak, of the S550. Especially for me, like I've got the Gen 3 Coyote with the 10 speed. I've driven the Gen 4 Coyote with the 10 speed. To me, the difference is negligible. It's there. So if I had a Gen 2 car, like a 2015 maybe, it makes sense to upgrade. But coming from a 2019, unless I'm getting a really good deal at it, it's just not worth it in terms of what it offers. Don't get me wrong, it's still a nice car, but if you already have a Gen 3 or the 2018 and up Mustangs, it's hard to kind of justify. Now, if they had put a Tremec as the manual transmission for the GTs, that would sway a lot of buyers, I know, because MT82 has been kind of questionable for most of the buyers, and I know they would prefer to have a Tremec in the regular GT without paying the premium for getting the Mustang Dark Horse or the Mach 1 for the S550. But yeah, guys, it was very interesting to have the CEO of Ford basically come out and saying that they will never make an EV Mustang. So that obviously hints at this particular Mustang is not going to be EV, or at least not anytime soon until the regulations force them. But also that Mustang Mach-E is not a real Mustang. Who would have thought? An SUV that's EV, basically nothing that really captures the essence of the Mustang, performance, coupe, convertible. None of that is present in the Mustang Mach-E. So we knew that the Mustang Mach-E wouldn't really be a true Mustang. So, I mean, we said from the jump that we don't believe that Mustang SUV is the real Mustang to begin with. Now I think Ford finally sees where we're coming from, and I'm hoping, of course, I want the Mustang Mach-E to succeed, because that means that Ford is going to put more R&D into the EV technology, and eventually if Mustang does have to go EV because of the regulations, I would want Ford to have it figured out with a good range, good power, and all the things you can kind of expect from an EV. So even though it's going to be missing the heart and the soul of a Mustang, the V8, it's at least going to be fun, or as fun as an EV can be, with good range where you're not lagging behind the competition. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Comment below what are your thoughts on Mustang Mach-E being the real Mustang or not the real Mustang. And of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.